For most parents in Ghana, the payment of fees was a major headache.
2015, in B Yokumena admission, Yacht Motor, no mere, is anima pay 1,600. In here 1,000, it's 600 and now, a wahele.
If you don't like China, I'm over the glasses. You know, you're over. You're a kai, Pomavadi. You remember to have you do glasses.
You SHS now.
For most parents in Ghana, parents all over Ghana for the past 3 years have benefited immensely from the introduction of the free SHS policy.
My old man, almost papa free montam. The prayer met me of Amphobia secondary school. Until last Wahenaja, another woman, free education. They met me the by Wura, Abba school, Pawa. Your friend Ganas. Yeah, me ba asebia wetime wura sa school no bi ama daachi wa ye krachi ni ba mama die na mo am na ya me dai school fees me kura ka minya school fees me ko fa na he minya me
nkola no minya kwan edi ba kon ekoi na so amane a me fa mu nti na fe na edi ma me kura so owie ye kura no me da so eka me di a me da so tua no etina me ni da so kura se metimi di me ba bi asa to aso akọ school bi o ma kola se sia o ko school amra o ko school no wan keka pa etida bia no aka kire me se da me pese me wie school a me to aso ekọ secondary school o ka pe na me ma hye esa se na me ni da so bia na so amra na do da kwade we ba ya afei onya akwan ya owura mu no in fact aboa me pa.
When my son Rahim Sonsoma were to go to one secondary school, senior high. In fact, it is very simple. It was just to buy him just my box, and that is just all. After acquiring the box, uniform were provided, exercise books and everything which I supposed to buy. The course he's offering is visual arts. All the other things previously they used to buy is provided this time for them. And then we've realized that it is so helpful to rest up here because things are not easy. I standing here, I'm a shoemaker.
With some having more than 3 wards in senior high and senior high technical or vocational schools in Ghana.
Pae Libra. Me akwadanu 3. Bakuko school o Makusek. Bakuko school o Akru. Bakuko Ajina. One say nipa baku ye 1,000 Ghana formally. Sisi awu mi tu asaska no meet me ato acha. Akwadanu nyina be cafe. Libra no so yesiga no ndoso. Ya mi ne yi papa we maye. Nado dankwa maye. Se ba be baye. Na ye kwara no enko school.
Me de mafia. No asefo su. Na me fie churches na ba no. Me ma miensa. Nkunugo. Na kwara no papa free mu no. Na sata mra me panyin ko school na miniskenti no. Na mom to aso no. Wo mo anko. Te mo so me yare kakra. Te yare na chire na mo to mte ho na education ba na mo so mbesa atwo. Nto mo ye na mse sa ya mo nko na me kaka mo gu. Na mo ko try. Te Yankopon cha den so mo nyina so itwa. Te ba ko nya ache mota. Na ba ko so nya ka eti ara mase. Na ba ko so nya Abrahamai. Nkwara miensa. No mo nyina okostu enya VHS. Inte da me de nya asesa VHS no. Adum ye nya sa de nya no a kamiensa kwara nyina egufie.
Without this policy, some parents would have had to choose between which of their wards better deserved secondary education. Now parents can invest in their businesses and save towards other projects.
Maybe na school camp no okwa na edin so betria school fees. Na day free SHS buy no ama school fees tua eho ayemre. Ama sesi ananka sakrampo skana anka me de me baba body house ametua no. Sesi me de hye me ho ama me san de ye business.
Sika ka de akwara no betua wo school mu no sa sika nyina amaso nti akwara no ko school free de na aboa me pa bebre wo ho aka yentumi emfa ye ma anko school nso oba ya ode free abai ama ye nyina ma asa ko school nti na me hira no pa
nko yenya Francisca e magbeklan afi mundra ka tasko pom vinya ala ka tasko enyi ha and free HHS. Wakoba akaya oko free education avea. Akuchia bomona alaba amamol ashinyo. Akaya oko vie enya mavelia amaraka hala ziko. Taya lafia tamakoba akbara unchinye le admission goma.
Prior to the implementation of the free SHS policy, heads of schools had several challenges with the management and administration of the schools. Prior to the implementation of the free SHS,
we would have had teachers with canes driving students who haven't paid their fees away. It was so disheartening knowing that this child's parents don't have the money, but you also have to collect the money to feed them.
We used to place a table over here at the entrance over here for the collection of school fees on reopening. And the students have devised so many ways and means to outwit school administration.
Paying school fees was very, very difficult, and it was even making the good ones not able to even have access to secondary education.
Within the first year in office of the Nana Akufo-Addo-led government, the first batch of students were enrolled electronically. For the first time in Ghana's educational history, all fees due senior high schools were paid directly to all schools.
Really, every reasonable person will recommend the free SHS. Generally, within our area here, the economic status of parents are quite low. With the free SHS, at least whatever fees that is due the school based on the approved fees, government pays it.
The true fee has now come to do with us, because now that the students can carry their top boxes, step into the schools and sit down, giving uniforms free of charge, they are being given everything that they were paying for are now being provided free for them.
Those from the rural areas can now come into schools like Holy Child, Wesley Girls.
It is the best thing to happen to the nation. There are a lot of people coming from homes that hardly raised 3 square meals. When they get admission, they call us to ask for old trunks. Sometimes they ask for TNT to come to school. Seriously, if the nation should stop the free SH concept, for me, I don't know, I have to cry.
At the Dome community or environment is a blessed one. From the look of things, without this free SHS policy, a lot of students wouldn't have been in school, because many parents are financially not strong to look after their children in school. It will mean a lot of their children will not have had access to senior high school education. If you sit back and look at the costs involved for a government to get up and say that I'm doing it, it's really delivering. It's a wonderful policy. If we don't embrace this, what else shall we embrace?
Before the free SHS started in 2017-2018 academic year. Before the free SHS, we had student population of 187, Form 1 to Form 3. But for the first term of the 2017-2018 academic, which is September 2017, the Form 1 population raising from the 0 to 603. They are now in Form 3. This increment is more than 300%. 187 to only Form 1, 603. Now we have student population of 1,200 now.
Kuwasi now has 8 additional facilities. Now these facilities include administration block. We have assembly block. We have a befitting library. We have a 4-story V science block. We have ultra-modern dining hall with kitchen. We have 1 acre, 2-story dormitory. We also have what? A single-story dormitory. And then a 6 flat for teachers. So these are the 8 projects that Free Senior High School has brought to our school for the sake of our youth, especially the youth who are found in Wenchi and its catchment area, to ensure that their future would also be as bright as any other students who is in either Achimota or well-endowed schools.
The population of the school, Form 1, 2, and 3, was around 800. A year group, you get about 300 students. By the time they get to the final year, about 50-40 will stop. Some are not even able to register for the final exam. But when we started the free SHS, the first year who are currently in Form 3, we saw 500 students at a go in the school. And that really brought life to the school. Free SHS had really helped to expand the school, which population now stands at 1,752 from 800, which is a very big expansion.
Due to the increase in enrollment with the introduction of the policy, government found an innovative way to accommodate the additional numbers with the introduction of the double-track system. The double-track system affords us a judicious use of government's infrastructure in schools.
The double-track system has brought a lot of students, increase the population of the school as has been compared to when the double-track system was not in existence. The population of the school has shot up, even up to double.
Double track is just like it's just 2 schools in one building, and whatever contact hours the students have in green, the gold have the same number of periods. So there's no discrimination. We are rather using government property judiciously. Now, Form 1 alone is 1,500. But for the double track, where were we going to take the students? The father of the nation, the president of the nation. The free SHS policy was given to you by inspiration of God. Don't let anything deter you. I am saying this so passionately because, but for my father's brother, I would have been a fisherman somewhere.
With the free SHS introduced, currently the school population has doubled in just a matter of 3 years, from about 800 to about 1,800 now. I've been in this system for over 37 years, since I started teaching and became a vice principal and now a principal. When the free SHS was introduced, the erroneous perception about technical school changed.
The double track system has increased access to education. Other than that, Marco said we are running double track. So if we were to have only single track, it means my population is around, I have 3,158 students here. So if we were to be single track, then it means just half of the population would have been here. And then the rest of the about 1,005 students who are here now, we might have been in the house. And what do you think will happen? If the person is in the house doing nothing, then the society will decide for the person. But my area here, you don't get so many, especially the girls, they don't go. Or the parents themselves, they will tell the girls, I don't have money. So they will be in the house. Then at the end of the day, somebody will impregnate them. And at the end of the day, they will come out with children without fathers.
Today, heads of various senior high schools and technical vocational schools can't hide their joy because of the rapid transformation of their institutions, improvement in the lives of their staff, and the joy to see students learn to become better people for Mother Ghana.
We are not sparing any efforts to make education in Ghana of the best quality and fit for the needs of the 21st century. Poverty should not be an excuse for any Ghanaian child not to reach their full potential. It therefore warms my heart that we are now able to say that education in the public sector is free from kindergarten to senior high school.
The dream of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has been to see Ghana develop, and for him, this development can largely be attained through education. Since the implementation of the policy, several students who could not enter senior high school prior to the implementation of the policy, due to financial difficulties, have reapplied to go to school.
I've completed GSS 2014 and 2014 up to 2017. The 3 years have become like 10 years to me because I passed through a lot of difficulties to get money to attend SS because I really mean to attend it, but I was not getting the opportunity to attend. But God also being good, it has opportunity have been opened to us to get free education. Now I've got the opportunity to be in senior high school. I want to complete my education and further to become a journalist.
I completed school 2016 and I had Piki Senior High School. And due to the bills, I was not able to go to school. It was about 1,000 Ghana cedis. I was not able to pay the school fees, so I had to stay in the house. And our president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, introduced free SHS policy. So I planned to come to school, and now I'm in Father Dogley Memorial Technical Institute, 3rd year. I want to be an air hostess in future.
It's 14 years when I dropped out of school because I was pregnant. That was in the year 2009. I was 14 years by then. So since then, when I had my first child, I was having this desire to go back to school. But because of financial constraint, I was working to provide for myself and for my child. So I decided I would go back to school. So as I was preparing, I got pregnant again because I was staying with a man. So I had to drop that desire again and start all over. But along the line, I had the desire that I wanted to go back to school. And unfortunately, I got pregnant the 3rd one. Yes. But after that, I decided I would go to school. So I left the man and I started my life. From there, I started selling to provide for myself and the children. And many people were advising me that I was brilliant, that I should go back to school. So I took the bold step and I went to so-called Bogame MAGHS Form 2. That was 2018. And in 2019, I wrote my BEC and I passed. I was admitted in Maoli School, which was last year. I want to thank the government. I know it's not only me that is going through this, and because of the free SHS, I've come back to school. There are a lot out there. To me, it is a good thing. It is a good thing, and I thank the government. I want to become a midwife.
In order to ensure that students focus on their academics, government provides all students with exercise books, notebooks, core textbooks, school uniforms, PE kits, house dresses, and traditional cloth. Today, free SHS has provided equitable access by giving students from less endowed schools an opportunity to enter into Category A schools, and these students are performing tremendously well.
It's because of the free SHS policy that I'm here. Because looking at my grade, I had 13. And all the students that I'm in class with, they had about 13, that is 6 to 12. So if it wasn't this free education policy, I wouldn't have been here. And even I'm performing better than some of the students that I'm in class with. I aspire to be a medical doctor in future.
I'm Ofer Patricia from Doblogono Methodist Basic School, and I'm currently in Holy Child School.
My name is Rahel Nanaya Owusua from Nkranza MA, and I'm currently in St. Louis Senior High School. I'm a beneficiary of the free SHS policy, and I want to be a lawyer in future.
I'm Sianlemo Boabeng, a final year student in St. Augustine's College, and my former school is Ekuya CSD GHS in the Eastern region. I come from Kadoaso, a small town in Atiwa East constituency. My parents are farmers, and had it not been this policy, I didn't know how my SHS education would have been catered for by my parents, but now I find myself in this great institution in Ghana.
Your friend in Okasidi, because school or Emuni, a honor free. I war Amenfi Central. Now, maybe SHS and let me cry aggregate 14. Now, I may name why you're pa if you say that time, not Bapan Nibi. Now, a Juman's one way any Quajuma. Into an answer, and it's not Mrs. Bar console, or SHS name. Into your say, the Umbrella says, a similar metnasi. na my sister no mom ekowi nti sin owia na ekwa o ma na mzumako be nyame adunti SHS free me buy e ma me so metumi bel August ya last year microphone buy be yen exams free cement Ghana company e buy no ka some penny be too from our school ama the yako South Africa am ya yakwakoye project e wo na nyame nchadum say me call be exams nezo betumi qualify na me ka best too so you call South Africa on 22nd September me we enzo sanzo my university with Germany we SHS na the abeko any free education nanga ye tweska ngasisi anga opportunity we ya menye ka hwede nka aba
Abraham JHS mo from to na man fi papa sometimes me say this campus so ni bi makati man tin che so ni bi ti chira mo bo bi asana even cra pad ana na eti pampo ya de nye bi eti nti me wo JHS na me jure ready ti me wi a me ba kwaso edwuma na ada me peye de nti ye wo from to no man wakada akufo adoti free SHS ba na me ready me da wase ti musumo to my de ma BSS na ma abotie mu school ti mo ba na sometimes for services I did be school boy I am a day maybe sometimes musu da ma me ready ti afi su me be su me nya hwe school ya just school fees simple my gari sugar na mire na adi po ya did e be be ya be school na ka te bo school fees aka am de bia maka da ko fa do amba de obey president and dollar ye free SHS no za agility no na mi akopɔ do no ba do bo bo ha ye nyi bi ka to wa tin ma me ne chare da opepenyi ho wa ma hye so a ye wo papa kora na da obi ade ma mi ewu so ye nya kwa ye so ya ba school na ye ka hye de die num de ye ngure yi ma asida ye bokodo na ye so ya aboa o ma Ghana.
Another hurdle that final year students and their parents had to cross was the payment of final year examination fees, WASI and NAPTEX. And in line with his vision, the president, under the free SHS policy, paid all WASI and NAPTEX examination fees for final year students. The role of a teacher cannot be overemphasized in the provision of quality education. And to make the implementation of the free SHS policy more effective, government, in its policy framework, realized the need to employ more teachers and motivate them to get the maximum impact. Between 2018 and 2019, over 8,000 teaching and non-teaching staff were employed in the various senior high schools in Ghana because of the introduction of the double-track system.
I've been looking for a job for like 5 years now. Thanks to free SHS, when this policy was introduced, they needed more teachers to help in educating our young ones. And I had the opportunity to work in this school.
I was employed as a track teacher in the year 2018. I was facing a whole lot of financial constraints and financial challenges. As a graduate, after I completed my national service, you see, at first we used to have the Graduate Unemployment Association. Now, because of free SHS, now those things are no more.
I finished university in 2018, made my national service in 2011. I wrote so many applications for job. I never had any appointment until 2018. Nana Addo Dankwa introduced free senior high school policy. And that is when I had an appointment to teach as a chemistry teacher in Pentecost Senior High School.
I was employed by the Ghana Education Service in 2018. I was employed because of the mass enrollments under the free SHS. I'm a teacher today as a result of the free SHS policy.
One of the core pillars of the policy is quality. To ensure that the quality of teaching and learning is not compromised, there was the introduction of academic intervention fees, which were paid to teachers to compensate for the extra hours of teaching provided to students. Teacher motivation, which was previously a component of the bills parents and guardians had to pay, has also been catered for by government.
We received some money, and we call that money intervention money. And that money was quite sizable. This is the first time we have gotten an amount of money which cuts across the various departments of the school. We have security up to house masters and then classroom teachers all benefiting from the intervention money. The intervention is also designed such a way that there will be special attention to students.
initially at first, when you are asked to handle students without any money or support system, sometimes the commitment is quite low. But because this intervention is designed to also help teachers to assist weaker students, now I'm willing to attend to weaker students because I know that when intervention money comes in, we'll be able to, those who are handling those weaker students, will get a reasonable amount of money in connection to the kind of work we have done. So now, helping students who are not doing well academically is no longer a challenge.
Either two, we initially were not having the opportunity or the time to get closer to the students in terms of finishing up with our topics and other things. But because or due to the introduction of these extra hours, which is done or which is carried out every weekend, it has helped us teachers and students to finish up with some of our topics or complete most of our topics.
Again, government procured textbooks for the core subjects for every student in senior high and senior high technical and vocational schools.
Before the introduction of the free SHS, they were buying their own books. And so some of the students were finding it extremely difficult to purchase those books or to have those materials. And so most of the times when you ask them to go and refer, they did not have any place to go and get questions from. They have to go to their friends and borrow from them before they will be able to. So since the introduction of the free SHS, we realized that government has tried to provide these free core textbooks. And so that has really helped. We can easily pick questions from those books and give to the student to go and solve as trial questions. Before then, we're not doing that because we did not have any set material that all of them can refer to. But now that we have a set of material that all of them can refer to, it is very easy for a teacher. After teaching, you give a question and let's say you are solving question number 5 under exercise 3. All of them can go and refer to that textbook and then solve that question. So I think the provision of the textbooks have really helped.
The free SHS policy has greatly improved teaching and learning in schools.
A phenomenal increase in enrollment, and also the number of contact hours for the students has increased, so we're able to cover more with the same period that we used to have before.
When I look at those who just finished senior high school, those who just finished their WASI, when I look at the number of them whose names were posted, hundreds, almost 1,000, were posted on the notice board that they were owing fees. And I'm sure because of that, they will not be able to access their doors. So I look at it and I just thank God for the lives of these ones, that they are able to enjoy free SHS. Because when I talk to some of them, I realize that even in the midst of the free SHS, some of them, their parents are still not able to give them simple pocket money.
Ghanaian language, asante. Policy there, eyepa. Say uncle football no more. Say be a policy ya. And secondary school atade nya obi shebida. Obi wonu mo a say best school a ye wa hai obi wa timi fro o bata ya na say wo fo bi timi fro. Mpacho me ba ni pass me send this car bre no. Or send this a was ma send 7 CD. 7 CD na okoyi ni wo phone so jama akra no sen no beto ria na edi. Na sa owofo yi se ba se o tue school fees ya. Nya buy no na this akwanya aba. E ba so o tue school fees ya. Enko be den onye scale tue fees enya bi aton tade ama akra na ba. Enya bi nso kura ma akra da beto aduane edi. Enti no kwase be woni se policy die eye pa. Abai na waya de.
Free SHS has given access, equity, and quality.